All right, so it's 9 o'clock this morning, and we've already got 160 yards of garbage out of here. I think Alex is going to be pretty impressed.
Was this the best you could do this morning? Again, the plan for the day is to get as much garbage out of here as possible. They're going to load this box up here. Afterwards, we're going to come back over here. As you can see, over 200 yards of debris has disappeared.
We got a lot accomplished today. We removed a total of about 280 yards of material out of here.
End of the day on Thursday, our second day of construction, or let's call it destruction. You can see what's left of the pile of rubble that once was the main barn. We've moved approximately 280 yards today of concrete and debris off this facility.
Here we are, day 3, Lakewood Stables. We're removing more material today, cleaning up, and getting it ready to go. So what we're doing here is we're picking up the pile of dirt that has all the crunched up wood in it. We're running it through a sifter so we can get all the wood out and get a clean pile of dirt, so we're not throwing dirt and crushed wood with the garbage loads. We're not making heavy loads. We're trying to sift it out and make it clean and get clean soil so we can level out the property before we excavate.
We got a lot going on. We got concrete boxes getting out of here. We got wood being filled into the 30-yard containers. We got the trash machine moving around, sorting out debris today. Key day to get everything cleaned up in order to get ready for the weekend. It's the guys sorting out the concrete from the wood debris. This is a time-consuming, very labor-intensive process, but it must be done in order to ensure that we have a clean establishment going forward.
All right, so I reached my goal for today, and standing right there is the last demo box.
Today's day 5. We got our surveyor. They're laying everything out today for our footings and our pedestals for our foundation that's going in.
The surveyor is going to come in here, set my elevations for the top of my foundation, set my stakes for my walls and my perimeters and all that stuff. And once he gives me his plot plan, we'll be able to start digging the foundations and get the footings in and getting this place going.
Today's the day where Anthony and Donnie lay out the project, and we will also be excavating down to where the footings are going to go. So today is going to be a lot of digging, a lot of measuring, a lot of lining up to make sure we're laying the groundwork for a week-long, or probably more like 3-week-long excavation process. Here we go. The Herald. Bittersweet goodbye. That's me taking the first chunk out of the place. You know what it costs to get first and second page on the Herald? All right? We're making history here. So here we are, day 30. Today we're installing our steel. We lost a week of rain this week. We would have been, a little bit more ahead of time if we didn't get that rain all week. But otherwise, we're still close to schedule. Our pedestals are in place. Our rebar's in place. Now this is rated for 120-mile-an-hour winds, and there's never been 120-mile-an-hour winds in New York. For such a little pier, you have 2, 4, 6, 8 pieces coming down, okay? And then 10 ties going all the way around. This is solid, and again, still no concrete. May 27th, we're a month into the project. This is the day we've been waiting for. Today's our first day of pouring concrete. It is 9:30. We just did our first pour. We got a great cement mix. Our inspector gave us a green light.
you know, that everything's code approved, both with the rebar and with the cement.
Things move a lot faster from here on in. We had to wait for the rain, obviously, slowed us down 2 weeks. Most important thing is it's getting done, and it's getting done in a very timely fashion. This was a big milestone in the project. We wanted to get here as quickly as possible. Oop, see that? Cement's dry. End of day one. We poured over 100 yards. Now we get to set our walls on top of these braces. We're now 36 days into the process. We've managed to knock down a facility. We've cleaned up a facility. We have surveyed the entire facility. Then we've excavated it. Then we had to bring in the rebar guys to put in the rebar that you see before you today, as well as now pour the concrete. So if you take a look at those, you know, 5 or 6 processes that have happened all within the 36 days, with 2 weeks of rain, I think we're doing really well.
I agree.
As you can see behind me, there's over 100 yards of concrete been poured here today. That's almost already dry. It was a great day. This was a pivotal point in the project to get all this concrete in. This way we could continue to move forward. Our contractors were waiting on this. We had multiple rain delays, but we're here today and we got it done. Well, here we are, the final day of pouring concrete for our foundation. But this is the day we've been waiting for. After today, there'll be no more concrete poured for the foundation, and we'll be moving on to build a building on the foundation you see behind me here today. Johnny's putting in the last pier, the mezzanine, all said and done. And we can now move on to the next stage, which is backfilling the whole facility, leveling it out, and setting a building on it. As you can see behind me, Anthony's going to grade the whole property out. This way we're ready for slabs, okay, as well as a building. And this is the last step until that building's received. We are grading out the property on our last day of foundation work. Okay, the next step after this is to put down an RCA blend, and then on top of that would be a finished concrete floor for our main aisle slabs of the new equestrian center. As you can see behind me, we're done with phase 1 of our project, which is including our foundation as well as our pedestals for our mezzanine. They're 100% complete. What you'll see next is our installation of our 30,000 square foot building. Right behind me, we have a building coming that's 23 foot 8 inches at the eave and 40 foot at the peak, which calls for a huge building, all right, which is going to be installed on that foundation that you see behind me now.